We've had over 1,100 entries, 149 regional finalists. We've now got 78 national nominees, but there can only be 10 winners. Yes, we'll be giving 10 of these little beauties out tonight. Welcome to the 2020 National Apprenticeship Awards.
Here's to working, to grafting, to earning a crust. Here's to building a future with foundations of trust. Here's to taking the first steps. Here's to lighting the fire. Here's to grabbing the ladder and climbing up higher. Because you know that your future belongs just to you. And you're in the driving seat, you know just what to do. You're not hanging around saying, let's wait and see. You're telling the world, best get ready for me. Because it doesn't matter who you are, where you've been, where you're from. There's opportunities out there for everyone. You've got the passion, enthusiasm, the relentless drive. You just need the right place to grow and to thrive. And here's to the ones who provide such a place, who open their doors, who give people space, who pass on advice, who share their expertise, who educate and train, make learning a breeze. Because together, we're redefining the youth of today. It's learning the ropes while earning your pay. Out in the real world, experiencing real life. Yes, it's fun and good times, but it's challenging and strife. And you'll learn and improve, and then you'll fly through. And you'll always be part of this great community. And that's why we're here, to celebrate what we do, to lift up the finest talent, which this year includes you. And while 2020 has been a year to forget, a year like no other, we're not gonna let it stop us shining the light on bright stars. So welcome to you, all from wherever you are. Human connection has been harder this year. Distance learning takes the challenge up a few gears. So even though we're not together, dressed up to the nines, we'll make our connection through different lines. Well, let's take a moment to give recognition to those who help us along this mission. Support us in making this special night. And even though it's a little bit different, we'll still make it right. We're virtually together, and you can still bet that we'll make this night a night never to forget. You deserve this night to be the main stars. So congratulations for being just who you are.
Hello everybody and welcome to the most exciting night of the year in the world of apprenticeships. My name is Dan Walker and I'll be your host as we spend the next couple of hours celebrating individuals and businesses who have really stood out in the most challenging of years. We all know, don't we, that 2020 has been a weird one. Usually on a night like this we'd all be together enjoying a steak or a slightly odd looking vegetarian option. But as with a lot of things this year, we've had to think a bit differently. So welcome to the first ever virtual National Apprenticeship Awards. Now I'm imagining sort of whooping and hollering going on at home. Can we get some fake crowd noise for later in it? Yeah, okay, apparently we can. So don't worry, we'll get it sorted. It will be better than that. Now in the spirit of celebration, we have our social wall tonight. So please do get involved. We'd love to see some pictures up here of what you're up to this evening. The more creative, the better. I want at least one picture, I'm enjoying the dog there, one picture at least of somebody completely overdressed at home eating something like Doritos, okay? Your choice. Use the hashtag AppAwards20 and we'll feature the photos on our social wall over the course of the evening. We'll drop into it at various points. We'd love to know what you're getting up to. You will all know well that apprenticeships have had to be structured very differently this year. Much of that crucial support has come via a laptop over the last few months, which makes your achievements all the more fantastic. So before we go any further, congratulations first up to each and every one of you. We also need to thank our sponsors this evening. Without them, I couldn't have hired this tuxedo for a start. So sponsors, thank you for allowing me to crack out the purple velvet. Thank you though, in all seriousness, to BCS, the Chartered Institute for IT, AstraZeneca, the British Army, BT, the Royal Navy, they're all behind me, QA, the Royal Air Force, Accenture and Lloyds Banking Group. We'll be hearing a bit more from all of our sponsors over the course of the evening. We also need to thank our national judges. With all the talent, resilience and strength on show during this year of 2020, I'm sure they've had a really tough job deciding on who the winners are tonight. So a big thank you to them. I'm going to leave gaps every now and again where there would normally be applause and sort of imagine it in my head. So while we await the fake clapping, can someone clap behind the... Thank you. There you go. They're showing some skin from behind the camera. Before we get into the awards themselves, we do have a very special guest with us tonight who wanted to have a quick word. She was once an apprentice as well, and now she is the Apprentice and Skills Minister. Let's hear from Gillian Keegan.
Hello and good evening. I'm Gillian Keegan. I'm the Minister for Apprenticeships and Skills, and welcome to the National Apprenticeship Awards 2020. First of all, congratulations to all those apprentices, employers and individuals that have earned their place in the national finals. These awards recognise employers who continue to invest in skills through apprenticeships and have achieved great success. The awards also recognise the apprentices at all levels who are making significant impact during their apprenticeship journey. Tonight, we will also recognise an apprentice champion, and I have to say I've been enlightened by the stories of what all of our apprentice champions finalists do to promote the lifelong benefits of apprenticeships in their communities. The finalists in the Rising Star category all have fantastic stories of success to tell, and I know what a difficult job it must be for judges to select one winner from such an elite group of individuals. But I have to admit that tonight I am excited to see who wins the Special Recognition Award, which is this year being awarded to an apprentice that has gone above and beyond during the pandemic. There are so many worthy winners in this category, and tonight's Special Recognition Award winner truly epitomises commitment, determination and great strength during the past 9 months. Many thanks to our sponsors for sticking with the event and making it possible to do, albeit virtually. And I want to wish you all a fantastic evening of celebration. But before I give too much away, I will hand you back to tonight's host, Dan Walker, to let the ceremony begin.
Thank you very much, Gillian, and thank you for taking the time to speak to us all this evening. And now let's not keep you in suspense any longer. Can I get a whoop? It's time, everybody, for the National Apprenticeship Awards 2020 to begin. And our first award tonight is the BCS, the Chartered Institute for IT Award for SME Employer of the Year. So let's hear from our award sponsors. Joining us from BCS is Head of Apprenticeships, Annette Allmark.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Annette Allmark and I'm the Head of Apprenticeships at BCS, which is the Chartered Institute for IT and the endpoint assessment organisation dedicated to IT professionals. Together with RIT Tech, which is the Register of IT Technical Professionals, we're delighted once again for the second year to be sponsoring the SME category of the National Apprenticeship Awards. The nominees for this year's BCS, the Chartered Institute for IT and RIT Tech SME Employer of the Year are
I think really you probably won't appreciate the advantages of having an apprentice until you've appointed one.
The most important piece of advice that I can give to future apprentices is to understand the power of a growth mindset. Changing I can't to I can't yet opens up your future to a whole host of exciting opportunities.
and we've seen their ideas translate into increased profitability and increased turnover as well. So everything has been very valuable about the apprenticeship programme.
Apprentices can play a really core part in your business growth, so hopefully it might encourage more businesses to get involved and recruit apprentices moving forward.
Fantastic to win the regional award, not least because it's great recognition for both our apprentices within the organisation and our team leaders that support them. Many themselves have been apprentices, and I think that recognition is always nice for the staff and the team to see that what they're doing is valued and appreciated beyond the boundary of just the business.
Employers who may be wondering whether this is worthwhile, I would say absolutely. Do sign up for it, do take on apprentices. They are very rewarding.
I think it's really important that apprenticeships give you a chance to try something new, step out, learn some new skills, gain some new experience, and take that next important step towards a fantastic job and employment.
Apprenticeships bring so many benefits to the business, but the main one for us is being able to develop our own talent for the future.
What a wide range of employers in this category. It really does show you the broad spectrum of opportunities that are out there for you. So let's go back to Annette, who can tell us who's going to get the first one of these.
And the winner of this year's BCS, the Chartered Institute for IT and RIT Tech SME Employer of the Year, goes to...
Well, congratulations to Troop Bywaters and Anders, and thank you for everything that you do for apprenticeships right across the UK. And to our highly commended for this award, Crimson Limited and Snow Camp. Now, you will get a slightly smaller one of these. It's not that small, you see. Don't worry. If anyone comes to your house, you can just pop it on the mantelpiece and tell them that you've won. They'll never know, I'm sure. But well done to you and to all of our nominees. I suppose one of the benefits of doing things like this, a virtual award ceremony, is that we don't have any acceptance speeches this evening, so we should get done relatively quickly. Normally at this point, I'd be wresting the microphone off someone who's had a few too many Ribenas, but because of our extremely socially distanced award ceremony, we will be sending these in the post as soon as possible out to you. And don't forget, if you want to find out anything else about our award winners, nominees, or of course our sponsors, you can download the brochure to accompany these awards by clicking the button just above the live stream on the website, which I've been reliably informed is just up there. On to our next award then, which is the AstraZeneca Award for Intermediate Apprentice of the Year. And joining us from this award sponsor, AstraZeneca, is the Apprentice Programme Manager, who's going to tell us a bit more about the company and why apprenticeships make a real difference to them. Here's Kim Hartman.
AstraZeneca is one of the world's most exciting global biopharmaceutical companies who focus on discovery, development and the manufacture of some of the world's most cutting-edge medicines. So we have we have 70,000 employees worldwide, with about 8,300 in the UK, and we're present in over 100 countries. So we're one of a handful of companies, of pharmaceutical companies, I should say, who span the entire life cycle of medicines right from R&D through to manufacturing, and then right through to sales and marketing at the very end, sending medicines to patients. And the nominees for the AstraZeneca Intermediate Apprentice of the Year are...
from apprenticeship, I've gained multiple trades. I've learned how to work by myself and finish my own work to high standards.
Aaron works as a HGV Class 2 driver for Co-op at Castlewood Depot in the East Midlands.
A very rewarding job, and it keeps me progressing to a higher level, and it also gives me an insight for my future aspirations as an insight into the catering business.
Joshua is a plant maintenance apprentice for Sunbelt Rentals in Barking. He has completed his NVQ Level 2 and will soon enrol on a Level 3.
I kind of left school thinking, do I want to learn this way for another 2 years, or is there something different? And finding this apprenticeship has really opened my eyes to so many different ways of learning.
So the highlight of my apprenticeship is, I'd say, getting to know a lot of people that I wouldn't have necessarily got to know within Stockport Homes if I hadn't been doing my apprenticeship.
I'm in a place I never kind of thought I actually would be. Before all this, I couldn't see myself working in a bank slash branch, and now I can kind of picture myself elsewhere. So I've gained quite a lot of insight to where I kind of want my career to go.
Seven worthy nominees with all very bright futures, no doubt. But there can only be, as you know, one winner. And Kim can tell us who it is.
And the winner of the 2020 AstraZeneca Intermediate Apprentice of the Year is...
Brilliant. Congratulations, Maisie. I hope you're having a great evening celebrating down in the southwest. Do send us a picture for the social wall so we can see how your success is going down. And let's not forget our highly commended for this award, though, Aaron Marshall and Joshua Ford as well. Well done to all three of you and to all of our brilliant nominees tonight. Our next award this evening is the British Army Award for Large Employer of the Year. And they don't come much bigger than the sponsor of this award. The British Army is totally committed to apprenticeships. Here to tell us a bit more is Lieutenant General Tyrone Richard Urch.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you very much for inviting me to take part in tonight's National Apprenticeship Awards ceremony. It's genuinely a great honour and privilege to be here. My name is Lieutenant General Tyrone Urch. I'm delighted to be presenting an award on behalf of the British Army. We are incredibly proud to be a sponsor of the National Apprenticeship Awards. So today, the Army is the largest employer provider of apprenticeships in the country, and we are proud that over 90% of our soldiers are offered an apprenticeship programme on joining up. This is brilliant because our apprentices form the backbone of how we do our business. In fact, 5,500 soldiers successfully completed apprenticeship programmes in the last academic year alone. And that brings the number to an incredible 94,000 since 2004. And because of this exceptional effort, I am so chuffed to announce that we have recently been awarded the top apprenticeship employer in the country. So along with all those nominated tonight, we realise the benefits that apprenticeships bring to our organisation. And so it is a great pleasure to help recognise and congratulate others for the exceptional work that they do. These are the nominations for the British Army sponsored award for Large Employer of the Year.
So I think young people, it's a great way of then it's getting that work experience to be able to go hand in hand with the theory that you're learning.
Apprenticeship programs bring a whole range of different benefits to us as a company, ranging from a diverse talent pool to widening the applications that you get and increasing the security of our talent for the future.
Apprentices are an integral part of our people proposition that we have, and the value of that comes from what we see day to day, every day, in what they do.
We have many different subsidiary companies that work for Flagship Group, and being able to grow our own talent is fantastic for us.
Talent that we can nurture, develop, but most importantly reap the rewards from, and they help us sustain our future and just bring amazing things to Holden Group.
They're going to be our future technicians or managers or team leaders, and they are going to keep our business going. So it's a hugely important thing to have our apprentices within our business.
And this is an ideal opportunity for you to learn whilst you're working, whilst you're getting paid, and you get a qualification at the end of it.
We've got projects that we can gladly take on, as where previously we couldn't take on the major projects, and a major part of this growth is our apprenticeship programme.
Apprenticeship programmes bring lots to our business, not only the academic side and increasing the knowledge of our operators and our engineers, but also all of those practical skills.
It's great, isn't it? Just think how many apprentices are supported by our nominees tonight. Only one can be judged the outright winner. So Lieutenant General Urch, or as I like to call him, the Urch. Who is it?
And the winner is...
Thank you and congratulations to the WEC Group, and are highly commended in this category, Home Group and Wessex Water. And we particularly enjoyed the lockdown bar that has been constructed by the team at Wessex Water, or at least that's what it looks like. So that's our first 3 awards down, just 246 left to go. Don't panic. Some of you I know are at home celebrating, while others are nervously awaiting your award category. We aim to finish in time for Christmas. Now though, I'm going to say something that I don't often get to say when I work for the BBC. It's time for a word from our sponsors.
People's stigma about IT is they think it's all in offices, which I don't think is hardly the case, be it from my own personal experiences. I'm constantly walking around fields all day, walking through all sorts of tents and marquees, deploying technical equipment, which would, normally you'd see in a building, but we deploy it temporarily onto site. There's a lot of physical work to IT, which a lot of people don't really see. They all just think it's behind a desk, sat, not really doing much. But there's a lot to it, because it doesn't get there without anyone putting it there, which is the way I like to think about it.
The thing that adds the most value is the work, which I do, and you can do on any apprenticeship. So I think there's a big educational point around saying what we do is really valuable, and an apprentice, you're not going to be getting coffee, you're going to be doing interesting things, and regardless of the scheme that you're on, whether it's degree or level 4, whatever, you will be learning valuable skills, and that's valuable in today's age.
Career progression comes from what you're able to learn, how quickly you're able to learn it. And I just found doing an apprenticeship meant I could learn so quickly, right? And I just back it and place it all on almost the luck of doing an apprenticeship.
So Cameron joined us now just over a year ago as an apprentice, and has gone through a rapid learning cycle in terms of understanding what we do from a technology point of view, but also understanding how events work and how you run events on big sites. He's been a fantastic apprentice in terms of the rate at which he's developed and learned how sites work, how to get stuff done, problem solving, all the challenges you have in our sort of world. To the point now, after a year, he's capable of going out and actually running events on his own and actually looking after some fairly big sites, which is a great thing to be able to do.
Inspiring people with curious minds, free to think, free to fail, to ask the right questions and dig deep into the biology of complex disease. Scientific behavior without fear or favor. This is what we're made of. Harnessing data and technology to accelerate science beyond the human, across every discipline, every discovery and development, putting on speed to help us answer needs that have never been answered before. This is what we're made of. Working seamlessly and inclusively in collaboration, because we can't know it all, to create the next generation of therapeutics, keeping our doors open wide, bringing the best talent on side, diverse in people and skills, making every voice heard, never being deterred, fast forwarding the future. This is what we're made of. Always learning from patients and the experience of people we meet who live with diseases our medicines treat, informing our science, our understanding, our aim getting surer, our knowledge expanding, never stopping, never standing still, making sure that science born in the lab can perform in their world and can be life transforming. By putting the things that we're made of together, we question, challenge, search and deliver. AstraZeneca R&D, helping unlock the power of what science can do.
Welcome back, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. We've been out, and we found a crowd. We decided we needed a bit of atmosphere in here. Let's try it out. Wait for it. Welcome to the National Apprentice Awards 2020. That's a bit rubbish, isn't it? Throughout the course of the evening, we'll try and find a louder fake crowd. That sounds a bit like a snooker hall. We need more of a stadium feel, don't we? I hope you're enjoying yourselves at home or wherever you are tonight. In fact, I know some of you are enjoying yourselves because you've been sending in some lovely pictures for our social wall. Let's take a little look at some of those you've been sending in. App Awards 20 is the hashtag we're using. Oh, look at that. We've got, that's Maisie Hammond in the middle there. She was one of our winners tonight of the Intermediate Apprentice of the Year. Not entirely sure what that picture is on the left. A lovely little baby. Thank you. Oh, the littlest fan from, where is this from? From one of the Apprenticeships is their Twitter account. Thank you very much for being with us this evening. Also, I know Richard Holmes is watching with Louise, so hello to you tonight. Loads of other people as well. And thank you for whoever sent in the picture of Reggie the puppy. That's not Reggie you can see on the screen there. That's another puppy. Don't know whether that's got a name, that puppy, but well done to Troop Bywaters for their win this evening. Reggie the puppy is watching in Walsall, so it's lovely to see you all. And thank you for being with us, and continue please to post away. App Awards 20 is where you can fire those messages on Instagram, on Twitter, shove them on Facebook as well, and we'll get to those throughout the course of the evening. There aren't many here with us in the room this evening, just a small handful, all very carefully socially distanced. And we are amusing ourselves with a pack of Curly Whirlies and some Roller Cola. So do send us some pictures of what you're eating as well, because essentially just because I'd like to know. Let's get back to it. It's time for our next award, the BT Award for Advanced Apprentice of the Year. Joining us to introduce this award is Head of Apprenticeships from the award sponsor, Anne Potterton, who's going to tell us a bit about BT's long history of supporting apprenticeships.
Good evening everybody, my name's Anne Potterton. I head up BT's apprenticeship programme. BT have been offering meaningful careers through apprenticeships for at least 60 years, and so we're absolutely delighted to be here tonight to sponsor the Advanced Apprentice of the Year award. We want to congratulate absolutely everybody who's made it this far and to wish you all the very best for this evening. Good luck. These are the nominees for the BT 2020 Advanced Apprentice of the Year award.
White Hat's founder Ewan Blair talks of his vision of a time when youngsters will meet up at the bar, and the default question won't be, what university did you go to? It'll be, where did you do your apprenticeship studies?
I was definitely nervous before starting, but if I was to go back and say to myself, I would definitely say that I'd do the whole thing again.
What's incredible is you're working with a group of people that, you know, they're not your genetic family, but they're your work family. They do care about you, and they just support you, and it makes a world of difference, you know.
Being an apprentice means that I can better myself and improve myself and gain and implement skills that I've learned and improving my skills.
I think the biggest thing is the maturity that I've gained from it, and the ability to go from being a young person within the school system to actually being in the world of work. I think that's the biggest thing that I've probably gained from it.
Being an apprentice means to me being appreciated and valued in the business, someone that they want to invest in, given the opportunity to develop professionally and gain new and more advanced skills within work time.
In my apprenticeship, I've gained a massive amount of confidence in myself. I think this comes from the support that I've had around me. I've also gained amazing colleagues, and I'm lucky enough that they have such a wealth of knowledge.
It provided me with a great platform for learning, for obtaining valuable workplace experience alongside great qualifications.
It's a great opportunity for me to allow me to express myself, but not only that, also help identify my key skills.
9 amazing young people there. The talent, the passion and the drive is very clear from every single one of them. But there can only be one single winner, and Anne can tell us who it is.
The winner of the BT 2020 Advanced Apprentice of the Year Award is...
First tractor of the night as well. Congratulations, Chris. The best of luck with whatever the future holds for you. And congratulations must also go to our highly commended in this category. That's Emma Sisman and Scott Merton. Well done to you all. Our next award is the Royal Navy Award for Higher or Degree Apprentice of the Year. Now, apprentices are massively important to the Royal Navy, and there are an awful lot of them. Here to tell us more and to introduce the award from the Royal Navy is Colonel Aid Morley, who appears to be speaking to us from somewhere in the clouds.
Good afternoon, my name's Colonel Aid Morley. I'm Commandant of the Training Management Group and responsible for apprenticeship delivery for the Royal Navy. In the Royal Navy, we have approximately 12% of our workforce at any one time enrolled on an apprenticeship standard. So for us, that's approximately 4,000 people at any one time, working hard out in the fleet, on ships, submarines, in air stations and in commando units, completing their training and completing their apprenticeships. And the nominees for the Royal Navy's Higher and Degree Apprenticeship Award are...
Being an apprentice means my company sees me as an integral part of the future of Croda.
To me, it's just such a unique position to be in. I think an apprentice means that you can really get the best of both education and working, because you get to marry your studies with your day-to-day role.
What I've learned is that you actually learn so much more by doing an apprenticeship than going to university, because you get that practical application, you get that working experience.
Being an apprentice also allows the opportunity for myself to go away, get a qualification debt-free, and it's really recognised by lots of people.
Really exciting as well, because it means that I get lots of opportunities that some of my peers who might have gone to the university don't necessarily get.
It is so rewarding to have my journey recognised at this level. I feel so proud for me and my parents.
It's been a lot of hard work over the last 3 years, juggling my degree and career, ensuring I deliver a great service to IBM and its clients, and it feels really great to have been recognised for that.
It gave me the opportunity to achieve a level of education that I hadn't done when I was at school, so I'm really proud of having done that.
The reason these awards are so important is that they give apprentices around the country basically the chance to show everyone what they're made of.
Well, what a year those guys have had. Balancing studying for a degree or a higher with the pressures of work is always tough, particularly this year though, so all of them deserve this one. Let's go back to Colonel Morley and his bang average backdrop to see who's won.
And the winner for the Royal Navy's Higher and Degree Apprenticeship Award is...
Congratulations, Laurie. Your hard work this year has hopefully all been worth it. Alongside Laurie and her fellow nominees, we'd like to call out our highly commended in this category, Harriet Wilshire and Manosh Vader. Not only, you'd have seen Manosh, not only the best name of the night, but also the best dressed. He had a full tuxedo on. Well done, Manosh, who is actually Darth's grandson. Our next award is the big one. The really big one. It's the QA Award for Macro Employer of the Year. And joining us from award sponsor QA is Managing Director of Apprenticeships, Darren Bantz. And before we hear from Darren, I've got to say, if your nickname isn't Lord of the Bantz, then everyone who works at QA should be sacked immediately. Here he is.
Hi, my name is Darren Bantz. I'm Managing Director of Apprenticeships at QA, and we're very proud to be a sponsor at the 2020 National Apprenticeships Awards this evening. Apprenticeships are a strategic component to the QA group of businesses and core to our growth across the talent landscape and the UK's urgent need to reskill the workforce. And the nominees for the QA Award for Macro Employer of the Year are
We've got plenty of talented managers and supervisors, leaders for the future coming through that stream. And in fact, some of them have made it all the way to directors of the business.
Engineering is often a challenging area to find the right people you need, particularly sort of scarce skills like nuclear engineering, system engineering, or even things like project management. It provides a solid sort of pipeline into us, and also critically a more diverse pipelines.
Apprentices are great at any age, and what we found is we have existing staff who have the potential to develop, didn't have the opportunity when they were perhaps 17, 18, 19 for whatever reason, and we're also embracing apprenticeships to develop those staff as well.
A sense of going into a workplace for the first time can be very daunting for a young person. And what we try to do is give as much structure and support, not just in the work that they're doing, but about their whole experience at work.
Talent. Enormous benefits to any business having an apprenticeship scheme of whatever scale. From a business perspective, the gains we've made in terms of retaining people who really feel valued in the organisation and therefore really want to stay with us has been huge.
We've worked incredibly hard to project the value that we place on our people, and the nomination demonstrates really to our apprentices that the value that we put into our training and the skills that we give them, and it really recognises all that effort.
The National Apprenticeship Awards or the Regional Apprenticeship Awards, they are recognised, and it is good for your business to be recognised.
Attrition rate, everything else from apprentices is great. It's much higher, so they bring an awful lot to the business. Return on investment is huge when you take an apprentice on.
To be nominated for the National Apprenticeship Awards is an honour, really, and it's a testament to all of the hard work that everyone involved has put in.
It's wonderful, isn't it? The scale of the organisations is so huge. It's great they can introduce so many young people to the world of work through apprenticeships. And you heard it there, some apprentices have gone on to have massive careers within those organisations as well. But one organisation has stood out. So, Lord, who is it?
And the winner of the 2020 QA Award for Macro Employer of the Year is...
Congratulations to BAE Systems, and what a great way to get into such an exciting field through apprenticeships. Thank you to BAE Systems for supporting these schemes on a huge scale as well. Are highly commended in this category the Royal Air Force and United Utilities, as well as all our other nominees and every employer up and down the UK that embraces apprenticeships. Thank you. So that's 6 awards down, just 4 more to go. Join us after some more from our sponsors. Well, we'll be finding out about our last 4 winners, including the rising star of 2020. And don't forget that hashtag tonight, AppAwards20. Send your photographs in, send your pictures in, let us know what you're up to, let us know how you're celebrating, and we'll have a look at those after this.
I always knew I wanted to work in accounting and finance, so I had 2 options in front of me, university or apprenticeship scheme. I knew that apprenticeship scheme was the one for me because I knew it was going to kickstart my career, get me into work as soon as possible, and that's exactly what I wanted to do. And BT is an international company, so many opportunities all around the world, so that's why I chose BT.
So there's a lot of avenues really to do with apprenticeships, and you can go into so many different industries and so many different sort of streams and schemes, and that can really widen your horizons for your career.
The vibe on the scheme is really enjoyable, you're constantly supported and you're always encouraged to take risks which push you into great opportunities.
I've come in at 18 rather than after uni, so I'll be able to continue to build on those relationships as a qualified person with experience, and I've actually already secured a job as a finance analyst.
So not only do I get 4 years on my CV as working in an operational role in a really high profile company, I also get the degree that goes alongside it, so I've got this full rounded CV where not only am I academic, I'm operational, but other things to do with the apprenticeship scheme, such as volunteering, so I've got this widespread CV which really can take me anywhere.
Coming in at such a young age, it's really, really daunting to think that everyone is going to be so much older and wiser than you, but I've never been made to feel like just because I'm younger, that I'm not as capable. I've always been given so many opportunities and things to really get stuck into.
I've actually had opportunities to get involved in varying things. For example, I'm part of the Grow Brick team at work, where we cut up unrecyclable plastic and stuff it into plastic bottles. But also, we've hosted Office Olympic events where we get everyone on their feet and get them to do fun events at work in the name of fundraising and having fun whilst doing it.
There's so many opportunities that I don't think you'd get in other businesses.
Being able to round your CV at the same time that people at university have to maybe do part-time jobs or maybe not even have a job at all, they're just studying. Being able to round your CV as a person that after 4 years you're going into a job market with so much experience and so many opportunities open to you.
It all comes down to this basic question. Can I improve me? We are all, in various ways, self-seeking, lacking in courage, lacking in wisdom, but there is this urgent feeling that I must improve me. Now you may say, I need some help in this process. All right. Mind over mind. You will begin to find out that learning is good for you, and the great things that you do are really happenings. That seems to be something like progress.
Apprenticeships capture the essence of work-based learning. And here at QA, we design and deliver our programs to be universally accessible, but also highly individualized. We integrate the latest technology, a digital-first philosophy, and a fully blended learning approach. This gives our learners a smooth transition into their roles and creates maximum positive business impact. Our programmes are held up by 3 distinctly separate pillars: content, service and support, and technology. We weave these intricately with each other so they become a seamlessly integrated learning experience that reflects itself in an apprentice's enhanced capabilities in the workplace. This structural design is further enhanced by the academic principles that underpin our programmes, both as an overarching approach and on a modular level. When we talk about Discover, we largely refer to the digital learning content, where we introduce our learners to new topics through guided learning components and self-discovery tasks. Once our learners are confident in their theoretical knowledge, we shift the focus to practice. At this stage, the learners can test their understanding in a safe environment. This could be through one of our immersive tutor-led classroom sessions, delivered in one of our renowned training centres or virtually, or via one of the isolated hands-on labs built into our Cloud Academy platform. It could also involve a combination of both, depending on our learners' needs. In the apply stage, our learners validate their new skills in their workplace. These extended projects give apprentices the opportunity to apply their new skills in the context of their role, whilst working with their managers to plan the right opportunities for them. As with the Discover and Practice stages, the Apply stage forms part of the wider learner journey in which we always hold the end state capability in mind. Because of this, these projects form the basis of the learner's portfolio of evidence submission. This helps to prepare the learner for their endpoint assessment from the moment they start their programme.
Welcome back to the National Apprenticeship Awards 2020. I hope you're having a good night at home. Sorry about the fake crowd earlier, which was, I think we've all admitted, a little bit pathetic. We've decided to ramp it up a bit though, so what do you think of this? Huh? It's a bit better, isn't it? It's a bit like a Beyonce crowd, like 3 hours before she comes on stage. I think we can still do better. So I'm going to get Ben, who's in charge of sound tonight, to Ben, lift your game. Come on. Before we finish tonight, we can get a proper crowd in here. All of our award winners tonight are champions, and we're going to celebrate some more of those in a moment, but I wanted to show you an update on our social wall. Remember, App Awards 20 is where you send in your pictures and your opinions this evening. Oh, look at this, around some sort of giant boardroom, all very carefully socially distanced as well. Thank you for that, from Eva Jeffries. Rachel Burke didn't win the Nationals, but very proud of her achievements. Congratulations to you, Rachel. Lots of people enjoying themselves this evening as well. Shelley is writing Christmas cards with a collection of indelible pens as well, and a very large glass of vino while she's enjoying tonight. And thank you to all of you who sent messages to say you're enjoying the awards this evening. I know we'd all like to be in the same room together. We can't do that, but this is the next best thing. We're celebrating all the success we've had over the past year or so, and thank you for being with us this evening as well. Our next award winner can truly lay claim to being a success this year. It's time to name the person who's done so much to bang the drum for apprenticeships in 2020. It's the Royal Air Force Award for Apprenticeship Champion of the Year. And to introduce this award from the RAF, Group Captain Claire O'Grady.
I'm Group Captain Claire O'Grady. I work in 22 Group, who deliver the RAF Apprenticeship Scheme. The RAF are one of the nation's largest apprenticeship employer providers, and in 2020 the RAF were listed top 10 of the top 400 apprenticeship providers in the UK. We offer 23 cross-sector apprenticeships to meet the strategic needs of both the service and the UK. And for that reason, we're very excited to be here this evening to watch the RAF Award for the Apprenticeship Champion of the Year. And the nominees for the Royal Air Force Award for Apprenticeship Champion of the Year are
and it's just been a fabulous journey watching you grow and develop and work so hard and just being so eager to succeed, and just seeing how their careers are just growing from the ground up and actually anything is possible is just incredible for us to see.
I'm so truly honoured, and you know, it's just really a big shout out to all the apprentices that are supported along the way. You know, I feel like, you know, I have the best job in the world basically, and I'm so grateful to each and every one of them.
It's the culmination of 10 years of hard work advocating apprenticeships, and I'm so passionate about apprenticeships and what they can do for young people and indeed for older people, re-energising careers.
They bring so much. So not only can you use apprenticeships to assist with upskilling your workforce, apprenticeships are also there to be able to bring in new talent.
My first piece of advice was stop being a potential, go and apply for that apprenticeship, you really won't regret it. The second piece of advice is just ask as many questions as you can. The big tip being you are not being annoying. Everyone's there to help you, so learn what you can while you can.
For me, apprenticeship programmes bring to clarity the fact that we can recruit some new, fresh talent, and they can bring a wealth of fresh ideas to the business as well.
Young people really benefit from apprenticeships because whilst you're learning, you're also earning money and getting experience at the same time. So it's a really good way of learning.
The National Apprenticeship Awards is a celebration of the collective difference we make as ambassadors. Because with apprenticeships we make a living, but with ambassadors, that's how we make a difference.
Aren't they all great? They are fantastic, and they are so important, aren't they? They are clearly really passionate as well about what they do. All of them have done fantastic work this year to support apprenticeships, but Group Captain O'Grady, who is our champion?
And the winner for the Royal Air Force Award for Apprenticeship Champion of the Year is
and we might still be in lockdown, but I suspect there's a small party going on. Wherever you are tonight, Jenny, congratulations. And of course, it's not just our winner who can party. Our highly commended in this category have also got a good reason to celebrate. Alison Galvin, Paula McMahon, I hope you've got a drink in your hands, or at least one of those giant pretzels or a Scotch egg. Enjoy yourselves. Congratulations to all our nominees tonight. You've all done fantastically well to be included for this award, so well done. Our next gong is the Accenture Award for Recruitment Excellence of the Year. Joining us from Accenture to tell us a bit more about why recruitment excellence and levelling the playing field for all candidates is so important to them, please welcome Apprentice Education and Engagement Lead, Karen Marshall.
Accenture is a leading global professional services company. We provide a broad range of services in strategy and consulting, technology and operations, and we're really passionate about recruitment excellence. So we're delighted to be able to present the award for recruitment excellence at the National Apprenticeships Awards this year. We know that recruitment excellence highlights employers who demonstrate innovation in the recruitment processes, ensuring that they have a diverse workforce. And this is something that Accenture are very passionate about, having transformed our own recruitment platforms and processes in recent years, and introducing innovative technology that eliminates unconscious bias, ensuring a level playing field for all applicants to be assessed on their potential. So we're delighted to see and celebrate other employers taking actions to do the same. And the nominees for the Accenture UK Recruitment Excellence of the Year Award are
So what do apprenticeships bring to our business? They bring fresh, new, exciting talent through into our teams. And those people generally are very excited about the career that they're undertaking and come with lots of ideas for innovation and change. So that's really brilliant.
Well, these awards are extremely prestigious awards. They're valued throughout the industry and they clearly demonstrate that we're on the right track.
In the fire and rescue service, our operational staff have a potential 40-year career ahead of them, which can be quite daunting when you're a young person. And our schemes allow people to come in and learn at a little bit of a slower pace.
Apprenticeships bring a wide range of skills to our organisation. They bring new energy into teams, and through the apprenticeship scheme, we've been able to train staff up to a really high level.
Doesn't matter what your age is, you're never too old, your circumstances can never be such that you can't continue to learn and to grow your potential. And I think vocational qualifications like apprenticeships are just an amazing way of doing it.
Myself and the recruitment team have done a lot of work externally to the business to make sure we attract a diverse workforce.
It's all about the future and opportunity for young people and giving them a chance in an industry where we wish it to continue for another thousands of years to come.
Because they come at it with a fresh pair of eyes, they're being taught new knowledge, new ways of thinking, and they actually bring that as a gift to your organisation.
Our apprentices are generally younger people, but even when they're not, this is about, and we have the ability within the apprenticeship community to really widen our workforce right across the country.
Once again, some very worthy winners, all totally different organisations, all with the same great aim. Karen can introduce our winner.
And the winner of the Accenture UK Recruitment Excellence of the Year Award is
Congratulations to all of you up there in the northeast at County Durham and Darlington Fire and Rescue Service. Our highly commended in this category are Mitchells and Butlers and MTR Elizabeth Line. Well done to all our winners and to our highly commended as well, and to everyone involved in this category. And a massive thank you to Rich, who's in charge of the lighting here on the stage tonight and has magnificently matched this to my purple jacket. Rich, thank you. You are a true star. And you can have one of these if you like as well. lighting award tonight goes to Rich. So on to our next category, and thank you to all of our nominees in this one who've been waiting with bated breath to find out which of them is the winner of the Lloyds Banking Group Award for Rising Star of the Year. I should probably divulge that I am a loyal Lloyds Bank customer, a regular rider of the Black Horse, if that makes sense to you. Joining us to introduce the award, please welcome Senior Manager of Apprenticeships at Lloyds Banking Group, Catherine Marshall, who has really enjoyed being part of this particular award. Over to you, Catherine.
Apprenticeships are a key part of our talent and development strategy at Lloyds Banking Group. We have almost 2,000 apprentices on programme at any time, over 25 different standards from level 2 all the way up to level 7. And we know firsthand the difference that apprenticeships make to individuals and also to organisations. So we're really proud to be the sponsors of the Rising Star Award and have been privileged to have heard firsthand the inspirational stories from around the country. And the nominees for the Lloyds Banking Group Rising Star of the Year are
Being an apprentice was personally really important to me. I didn't get on very well at school and I was really nervous to go back into the classroom, but it was completely different. They didn't treat me as though I was a child and I wasn't made to feel stupid if I didn't understand something.
Regardless of your kind of status as an apprentice, I've never been held back, and I've often been put forward for challenges, and I think an example of this is, being put forward to present to board level stakeholders.
One thing I would say to a past version of myself when contemplating and undertaking an apprenticeship would just be do it. It has been the best 2.5 years of my life so far, and I can't see myself doing anything else.
My best description of being an apprentice is it's okay to not know things, and it's okay to ask people when you don't know things, and everyone expects you to be asking those questions, and it's a really, really great opportunity to be in that position.
I think it's about showing that there's certainly not just one path to success via the more traditional university route, and that at the end of the day there's nothing quite like learning on the job and gaining experience from your colleagues who've been there and done it, so to speak.
To me, it was about understanding what to do as a manager, or not only what to do as a manager, but why we're doing it, and noticing what changes I could make using the theories I'd learnt in class.
And as an employer, we're very proud of the work we've done in supporting and serving the communities that we operate in. Our key workers have been a highlight, keeping going and feeding the nation through the pandemic.
To me personally, it means that I can still get my academic qualification, still get my degree, but I can also get 4 years of work experience out of it, which is amazing because it means when I finish my apprenticeship, I'll be in a much better position when I go into a full-time job role.
I've never looked back, and if I could speak to myself in that moment on A-level results day, I'd tell myself it was the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Some brilliant quotes in there. Another amazing group of young people. The Rising Star is one to watch over the next few years to see what amazing things they can accomplish. So, Catherine, who should we be keeping an eye on?
And the winner of the Lloyds Banking Group Award for the Rising Star of the Year is
Congratulations, Howard Jackson. Now, Howard is actually representing the Northwest, which is actually where we are based tonight. And if you listen carefully, oh, that might be Howard. Go on, Howard, son. Let's not forget our highly commended in this category, Nihal Dillon and Jordan Brosnan as well. So 3 rising stars there who, along with the other 6 in the category, will no doubt go on to achieve incredible things. Well done to you all. We have one more special award to present this evening, so please join us after a little message from our sponsors.
Ah, so you like figuring stuff out?
Huh?
Come on. So, reckon you can solve this? You cracked it yet?
Yeah.
All right, clever clogs. Can you get all this done? Whoa.
Sorry.
Easy. Let's see what else you got. Are you any good at listening? Then get a load of this. Sorry.
¿Qué vas a hacer al respecto? Y ahora
Can you hear that?
Yeah. Or maybe you're more her. She's bossing it.
Maybe 2 more here. Everyone take their seats.
Okay, you got that down. But maybe you're more protective. Try protecting space.
Possible satellite breakup. Get me the Space Operations Center. Copy.
Or maybe you're more chill. Chill enough to fly that?
Me? Fly that thing? No! This thing!
Everyone's got that one thing they were born to do. Find your force in the RAF.
We've only just begun. Before the rising sun, we fly. So many roads to choose.
side of a nation that never stands still. Lloyds Bank, by your side.
Welcome back now, as it's the final part of the National Apprenticeship Awards for you 2020. We're trying to finish on a high. So Ben is in charge of our sound tonight. He's taken the criticism on board, which is good. And he says he's found us a proper fake crowd noise. So hit it, Benny. Oh, well done, Ben. I mean, if Richard's got the big one, you can have this little one. Okay, that's for you, Ben. Come and see me afterwards. Let's have a look at our social wall for the final time. Thank you for all the messages you've been sending in. App Awards 20 is what we've been looking for. Oh, look, can you see Jenny Taylor then, to and from the left? She's our Apprentice Champion of the Year. She's been celebrating with a bottle of bubbly this evening. Lots of people sending in pictures of their dogs. I like that from Beth. They say, is this dressed up for you enough, Dan? Not really, but we'll accept it. Thank you for being with us. We've got Helen, who's watching with her dog Buddy. She's eating lasagna tonight. Thank you for joining us. I've also got Louise, who says this beats EastEnders, which is wonderful. Thank you very much for that, Louise. And Rebecca, who is watching at home with her 10-year-old and her 14-year-old, who says that it's lovely for them to also hear some inspiring stories. And thank you to Mike as well. Did anyone mention dress code? Look at that. You all look spectacular. Thank you very much for being part of our virtual awards tonight. Shall we get then to our last award of the evening, the Special Recognition Award 2020 in association with the Armed Forces. To introduce this very special award, please welcome Rear Admiral James McLeod.
Good evening. My name is Rear Admiral Jim McLeod, and I am the Assistant Chief of the Defence Staff, Personnel Capability, and the Defence Services Secretary in the Ministry of Defence. And one of my roles is to oversee the apprenticeship schemes that the military runs. And apprenticeship schemes are hugely important to us. We have over 20,000 people on them. 94% of our recruits join one of the 83 different apprenticeship programs we run. And that's why I'm hugely honoured to be able to present this Armed Forces Special Award this evening. Because apprenticeships allow our people to really develop, to bring out the best in them. And it is the flexibility of our people and their skills which ensures that the UK military remains one of the best in the world, whether operating overseas or operating at home. So as I say, it's a huge honour to be here to present this special award.
Seeing the team, seeing the trust and how it works and what it does for children and families, I was like, that's what I want to be. I want to be a nurse. I started off as a healthcare support worker and have transitioned into a healthcare assistant. I started at Great Ormond Street last year in May. Having no clinical experience, it was all training on the job, and that's been an absolute whirlwind.
Amber is a real asset to the Trust. She's one of our apprentice healthcare support workers on Skyward. Her contribution has been really, really marvellous.
During the pandemic, when that kind of happened in March, things changed within the Trust. A lot of our surgeries were then cancelled for patients so that they weren't at risk of coming into a hospital environment. Quite a few of us were then able to put ourselves forward to volunteer, and I love kind of getting really stuck in, and that particular volunteering was at the Nightingale at the Excel.
She really sort of jumped in at the deep end and has really, really proven herself to be a real asset and a real champion for patient care, for teamwork, and really upholding all of the Trust values.
It just meant my role changed completely. I loved the idea of being able to put myself forward into a new situation and learn within that new situation. So here I work with children. Going to the Nightingale meant working with adults, being able to adapt my experiences of working with peds and then transition those skills with intensive care adults. It come with some difficulties. The intensive care nurses are so busy with medications and liaising with doctors. The nurses were so busy ensuring that drugs and infusions were given, and then me as a clinical support worker, I was able to then provide personal cares, hold their hand, speak to them, and just providing that emotional well-being.
She's come to us as a Band 2 healthcare support worker, and now in a few years' time we're going to see her become a registered nurse. This is the first time that we've opened up that opportunity to our staff internally. We couldn't be prouder that we're able to offer that career progression and support to the likes of Amber.
This opportunity meant that I can stay as a healthcare assistant. I don't have to give up my job. I don't have to pay for my studies. I'm paid my full wage, and I get such an amazing thing at the end of it, and that is to be a registered nurse, and I'm so excited. I called my dad and I was like, "Oh, Dad, like I got the degree," and he was like, "What are you doing on the phone to me then? Go on, go and save some lives." I was like, "Oh, Dad, you're so embarrassing."
Who doesn't love an embarrassing dad? I bet he's a proud father tonight as well. Amber, you really stood out in one of the toughest of years, so well done. You are clearly amazing. And that brings an end to our awards tonight, which just means we need to say a few thank yous. Thank you, first of all, to our amazing award entrants, regional finalists, regional winners, national nominees, and of course, our winners and highly commended tonight. It's been fantastic to see the commitment to apprenticeships, and I wish you all the very best for the future, even though I'm sure you won't need it. Thank you also to both the Apprenticeship Ambassador Network and the Young Apprenticeship Ambassador Network chairs for their support of all these awards through sorting out all the entries, as well as playing crucial roles in all those regional ceremonies which have built up to the big one tonight. Thank you to Jason Holt, the chairs, and all the AND members for their ongoing support throughout the entire lockdown. Thank you also to our sponsors who've made these awards possible. There they all are behind us. It's been great to see your commitment to these awards. And before we leave you to carry on with your celebrations, we've got one more quick word of thanks from the Director of Apprenticeships at the Education and Skills Funding Agency, Peter Muckler, and prepare yourself, he's wonderfully smiley.
Well, what a ceremony. After this incredible year, how brilliant it has been to be able to celebrate our apprentices tonight. I want to thank everyone who's made this event possible, to the amazing team who organised it, our winners, of course, but also everyone who applied and everyone who nominated their apprentices, our judges who had such a difficult job, our national sponsors. Without you, this event would not have taken place. And finally, a big thank you to our wonderful host tonight, Dan Walker. Over to you, Dan.
I told you it was nice. Thank you, Peter. So that's it. Just one more thank you to make, which is to all of you tonight for joining us from wherever you are to celebrate the National Apprenticeship Awards for 2020. Maybe, who knows, next year we can all be back celebrating together in the same place. One thing is sure, with apprenticeships going from strength to strength and the determination shown here tonight and from all of you watching, 2021 should be another fantastic year. It kicks off with the National Apprenticeship Week, which will take place in February, between the 8th and the 14th of February. Toolkits and more info on all of that will be coming out next week. So all that remains for me to say is I hope you have a fantastic evening. Thank you for being with us, and we hope to see you all again soon. From all of us, thanks for watching. Good night.